Hello, Tiger Ultimate. I saw your video today and it looked good. I really like the numbers. As your coach, I am required to critique it and to go over some of the things that we need to work on. First of all, it looked like you guys were running a horizontal stack offense, which is really good. It is the basic offense. It is we're known to be really strong with it. So it's one of our strengths. But some critiques I have of it is with the offense, you always have, let me find a better pen. You always have those three handlers that are always in a line, okay? And then you have the four cutters. The major problem that I was noticing with the offense in the videos was it looked to me that there were only like one or two handlers that were in a straight line at a time. And it's really important for the offense to run most effectively that the handlers stay in this line across the field, because otherwise you end up clogging space and making there be less room for the cutters. That being said, the next thing that I really want to point out about today is I noticed that there was still some traveling. You're required to have a pivot foot in Frisbee. Generally, if you throw with your right hand, that's going to be your left foot. And if you throw with your left hand, then that will be your right foot. And what that does is it allows you to have that foot forward when you get your throw off. With a flick, obviously this foot will be planted because you're going to be leaning and throwing with this arm, and you're able to take the step forward, throw, take the step to the side, throw. With the backhand, you step across and throw. That's one of the keys to Frisbee, and something that I did not see. I saw a few extra steps, which you will be called for. It's not the worst thing in the world. If you're called for it, the stall count drops by, I think, 1. Or the stall count goes up by 1, and you keep going. If there's a pass that goes off, then you don't get that pass off. The pass goes back to the thrower if there's a travel called. Something also that I noticed is we were running a very interesting host stack. Going back to the offense, the host stack, I liked a lot of the cuts I saw. It looked really good. But there were some things that, as a coach, drive me crazy, and that is when people go across the field. In the host stack, you're allowed to make this diamond-shaped cut. But aside from that, you're not doing too much crisscrossing. Even like our host stack's designed with the diamond-shaped cuts. There's some that are even just designed with this up and down cut that everyone does at the same time. That's like the most basic of the offenses. And so even when you have that as your offense, you don't have anyone that crosses the field or brings a defender with you, because what's really important to know is when you're playing Frisbee, you always have the defender on you, and the defender causes you to lose space, and space is what's key in Frisbee. It's not necessarily being near the disc, it's about being spread out but not too far away so your handler can't get it to you. I saw some really nice deep passes. What I really think that we need to work on are a lot of the basics, because we got really advanced really quick. And it's always good to have a practice where you go over the basics, even if you're the most skilled player in the world. That's what you do. I play for UVO Ultimate, as you know, and what we do is we have all the really complicated practices, and then we go back and have a practice that is primarily on the basics, and that allows us to stay grounded as Frisbee players and allows us to know ourselves and know our styles and make sure we perfect anything that is not perfected that really needs to be perfected for us to be the best player that we can be. And if you've watched this video all the way through, you can actually be rewarded. If you send me a message and send a message to me that says pineapple, then I'll give you credit for watching this video. And how we're doing things right now is, since we have so many players, playtime is going to be a big issue. And I'm going to base a lot of playtime off of practices, because I feel like we can substitute almost any player in there and we will be fine. Our offense will still be the best offense out there. I have a lot of confidence in you guys. That being said, I feel like if you're the more dedicated you are to the team, the more you deserve to play. This isn't a crack at people who can't make it to all the practices. This is just saying that if people put in the work to be there, then they should get rewarded with playtime. You can always talk to us if you can't make it. Excused absences are better than not knowing why you're not there. But if you watch the videos and you send me a message with the keyword, it lets me know that you're going above and beyond what is required of you. You're going outside of the Frisbee practice period to learn about Ultimate, which is really cool. Like, I really applaud you for that. So those are the basics of the host stack. Next week we're going to work on the vertical stack, which is an offense that we don't run in Ultimate Frisbee, but it is one that we'll come up against. So it's going to be mostly for the defense, but I mean, it's always good to have a plethora of offenses that you're able to run. And so the vert will just be kind of in our inventory that we'll be able to pull out. Maybe it's really good end zone offense. So I'm going to go over the basics of it right now, and then Adam is going to teach you guys it. With the vertical stack, rather than being a horizontal line across the field, it is actually a vertical line up and down the field. So you have a one handler, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 6 cutters. Now, generally, with this offense, they'll force aside. They'll force a very strong force. So the defense is not allowing the disc to be on this side. So what we do is we generally cut from the back, and we have one cut go in and then go back to the line. This is where they'd get the disc, but if they don't get it, they'd go back to the line. The line is constantly kind of shifting backwards. Cut from the back, opposite side, don't get it, go back to the line. So that's kind of the basic look of it. On top of that, there are some plays. This is one of Townsend's favorite plays. I'll draw up for you now, and you guys can go over and practice. One of Townsend's favorite plays, you're lined up like this. We'll number these. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, in this offense, the 7th person would come down and go right here. And the disc would swing here. At the same time, number 4 would cut in and then out right to here. And then by the time the disc, this guy has the disc, number 4 is right here, and starting to cut this way, the disc would travel to this guy. Meanwhile, number 2 would cut in and then does this really fun deep cut where it's kind of a 3-point cut where it's 1, 2, and then to 3. And this guy is hit deep. So that's just a really basic play that you can run from the vertical stack. I don't want to make this video too long, it's already 10 minutes long. Remember that if you send me a message that says pineapple, then I'm going to mark you as here for an additional practice. I hope you guys had an awesome practice. Thank you for everyone who showed up. Send me a message with your, if you haven't done so yet, with your name, first and last, your phone number, and your preferred jersey number. We have a lot of jersey numbers that have already been taken, so be ready to kind of negotiate to figure out which one you want. Alright, thank you.